Hey y'all, this is Jen with Sassy Southern NC Girl, and this is hashtag 10 Minute Tuesday, where we try to do a quick craft in 10 minutes or less. And I am co-hosting this with Tanya from Side Gig Crafts. So this week we're doing paper flowers, and I'm going to go ahead and start my timer while I'm talking. So I already made one to see how long it took me, but this is super quick. So basically you just need a stapler, which I have this little mini Tim Holtz stapler. You need 2 pieces of paper that are the same size, maybe some scissors and some double-sided tape. I'm using hot glue because it's quicker. But basically you are going to take one of your pieces of paper and do them in half. Excuse me. And then you're going to do them in half again. And then one more time. So a total of 3 times. You can do them more, but they'll be super thin. Did I do that the right way? That's a little wrong. I think I did it. I need to do it this way. And if you have a bone folder or a credit card or something, you can use that too to keep your sides sharp. And honestly, I don't know why I don't make paper flowers more often, because they're so easy and they're so pretty and they're great embellishments. Okay, so once you do that, you are going to accordion fold, and you're going to use your creases as a guide. So you want to basically fold back and forth until you've used them all. And you're going to do that to both of them. So it's going to look like that, like an accordion. Let's do this one. And Tanya and I were talking, and it's not hard to actually do a craft in 10 minutes or less, but it's hard to do like a full-on project. It's easy to do like little elements, like embellishment type things, but it's not always easy to do the actual project in 10 minutes or less. But that's okay, as long as the actual project only takes. Okay, so then once you have your accordion, you are going to fold it in half, and then you're going to staple it in the middle. And since these are teeny tiny staples, this is perfect for this project. And may look funny because I did the ends opposite. And that's what happened here. I turned one the wrong way, and so it's like half and half, but I kind of like how it turned out. Okay. Now, once you do that, you are going to either use double-sided tape to stick these together, or if you're like me and super lazy, and as you can see, I did not put that exactly in the center. If you're lazy like me, then you can use some hot glue and stick them together. Yep, I did it again, y'all. I've got to learn to fold them the same way, but since I'm doing this quick, because it's already been 4 minutes, I was trying to be quick. But anyway, and then you want to either use double-sided tape to glue the sides together, or hot glue if you're me. And these you can actually use as rosettes as well. These are super easy rosettes. Like if you don't have a, and of course the smaller your squares, the smaller your rosette's going to be. So there's that as well. And if you don't have them exactly the same size, this will happen. But I didn't want to measure. But to be honest, you can fix it. I'm just going to cut it and even it up. And there, you can't even tell. So now let me put a little bit more glue in there. And then once you do that, you can do whatever you want for the center of the flower. And we still have 4.5 minutes, y'all. So honestly, I probably could. You can make wands out of these. You can, like this one's slightly bigger, so I could even layer the flowers. For this, I just used a flat back. Let's see, I've got some little rhinestone hearts in here I could use. You could cut out a circle and put it in the center, like a, you know, like a paper circle, and put that down. And so that is how you make it. The one thing I forgot to do, which is why it looks like a rosette and not a flower, is you're supposed to round the edges. So that's where I screwed up. So let's do another one, because this one looks more like a rosette than a flower. That one looks like a flower. So again, and these are pieces of origami paper I've had for years and years and years. I'm not 100% sure where I got them. I think I got them at maybe Michael's. I might have even gotten them back in the day when AC Moore was a thing. I'm really not 100% sure. But you can get origami paper anywhere. You can get it on Amazon nowadays. But I like doing them this way because, and there's a couple of other ways where you literally just need like the paper, scissors, and like some kind of adhesive. But I like doing it that way because not everybody has die cutting machines or, you know, punches or whatever. So this is an easy way to do it where you don't have to have all those fancy things. Sorry y'all, I was not in frame. I'm just doing the accordion thing again. And these little origami pieces of paper, I think are about like right at 3 inches. And then I cut this rosette to 3.5, so it would be a little bit bigger. Okay. Now I'm going to do it the same way this time so that they end up the same side up and not the way I had it. I mean, if you have like a double-sided piece of paper, it wouldn't really matter because it would probably look pretty cool. But if the back side of your paper is white or plain, then it's going to look kind of wonky. Although you could use ink and like distress it, or you know, whatever you want to do. Okay, so let's try this again. There, oops. I totally just messed that up, but that's okay. It's just paper. All right, y'all. I got 37 seconds, but I've already made a flower, so I'm kind kind of trying to keep an eye on it because I don't want the timer to go off. I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off because you've already seen that you can do at least one flower in 10 minutes or less. And if you had all your paper folded and stuff ahead of time, you could knock them out really quick. Okay, so the step that I missed is when you staple it, you're supposed to take your scissors and you can either round it. I'm gonna try something different on this one. I'm gonna do points and see what kind of flower we get with the little points. I think it'll look more like a daisy, which is my favorite. But you could even like dye some white paper, tea dye, or what do you call it? Tie dye with like watercolors. Some white paper, and that I bet that would be really pretty too. Oops. Y'all, it's really funny because to be a crafter, I don't like to be messy, and I don't like my area to be messy, and so I get stressed. That's the OCD in me. Okay, so now we can glue the backs together again. Hopefully this will look better this time since I have the right sides up. So you could either do the brown side or the red side if you wanted to. I'm gonna do the red side just in keeping with the theme. I'm gonna glue this together, and I have the my tweezers because in that middle part right there, it wants to like not go together. So I kind of hold my tweezers there for a second so it holds together. And I really like that, the pointy edges. I think that's really pretty, but I like the rounded edges too. And you could even go even more fancy and use like design scissors. Oop, what happened there? Oh, that's because when I cut it, oops. Oopsie. Now I'm gonna have to glue them here too, y'all. I hope I don't rip it. You know, another thing too is you could like glue it onto your wand like that so that the wand doesn't show, rather than sticking it on the so like say this was my wand. This isn't. This is something I use for fluff, to stuff it into my felt, you know, the stuffing. But you could like take your wand and put it in there and glue it like that. Like if you had a popsicle stick or something flat, and then that way you wouldn't see it as much. It'd be kind of cool. But I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this. And you can literally put anything in the center, y'all. You could put buttons, beads, like whatever you got, you can put. But don't be like me and cut your thing in half. even though I'm a firm believer that duct tape fixes everything. There. Okay, and then like for example, I have this little little bitty circle punch. I've also had this forever. Don't know where I got it from. Cannot remember. But you could punch out a little circle like that and glue it to the center like that. And then put something on top of it. Or even use that as the bottom if you wanted to. You could put like a little die cut. Like I have these little, they're like little word bubbles. Let me see if I can find one that's more, yeah, that one. That one's more of that color. This would be cool. You could glue this down. And I've gone over way over my 10 minutes, y'all, but I did do the actual project in 10 minutes or less. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty. And then you could put something else in the center. So there we go, guys. That is my 10-minute Tuesday project for this week. I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I would love to see what you come up with. Tanya and I are going to get together at the end of this week, I promise this time. And we're going to come up with our list for the foreseeable future, so you guys can craft along with us ahead of time if you want to. And I think this is a good collab because it's short. So you can, it's open, so you can jump in and out as you need to. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy this. And remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.